Hello. Today I want to remind women again to listen to authority. There's a wise woman by the name of Naomi. The story is found in the book of Ruth, chapter 3. Naomi was a widowed woman who had 2 sons and they died, and the 2 daughters-in-law who were left. And then when she decided to go back where she comes from, she said, "My daughters, I don't have anyone to marry you. You might as well just go back home." And Oprah went back home, and Ruth said, "No, I'm going to cling with you. Wherever you go, I'm going to go with you. Your people are going to be my people." Then when you get to Ruth chapter 3, Naomi, because she's very wise, older, she's been around, and she also knows how men operate. She says to Ruth, "Ruth, my daughter, I don't have anyone to marry you, but there's someone whom I think will be ideal. His name is Boaz. You've been working for him, you and other women, and he doesn't have a wife. What makes you think that you don't qualify to be his wife?" And she came up with a brilliant plan. She tells Ruth, she says, "Okay, dress up, look nice, perfume yourself." So it's important, ladies, that you dress up and you look nice and you also smell good. Comb your hair. And she says, he's going to be drinking somewhere. After drinking, he's going to go somewhere, and when he's going to go and sleep. And then after that, make sure that you follow him and then just lay at his feet. And then by the time he wakes up, he will instruct you what to do. Girl takes instructions. She goes and she waits. And she sees Boaz now going home. She sneaks in. She lay at his feet. He wakes up. Imagine, guy wakes up. Boom, here's a pretty lady. And, "Oh, who are you?" She tells him who she is. And she's like, "Oh, yeah, you actually work for me. I've seen you gleaning in my farm." And what the message is here, the big message is that she was very desperate. They were hungry. They didn't even have food. They didn't have money. She had to glean and to feed her mother and in-law and herself as well. Very desperate. That is so true. But the wisdom here is that Ruth did not ask for anything unless he suggested. The Bible tells us that when it was time for her to leave in the morning, Boaz himself, he says, "Bring me your scarf so that I can put some barley for you, some wheat for you, and you can take it home to your mother-in-law." In modern terms is that he gave her money. She didn't ask for it. I find that to be wisdom. We don't always have to ask men for money. Just wait. Man, a real man knows that he must take care of you. A real man, he knows that he's in authority, and it is his role to play in providing for you. It is not every time that indoda must means that a man must. Just relax. Just be silent and take the lead. And follow the lead, I meant to say. Let the men lead and you just follow. And most importantly, listen to the elders. I mean, imagine if she did not listen to Naomi telling her what to do. She would have remained single. And the story ends very well. It ends so beautifully in her eventually getting married. The following morning, Boaz is like, "Yo, I need to marry this woman. She didn't ask me for anything. I need to marry this woman. She took care of me. I need to marry this woman. She's beautiful." So your beauty and you must be followed by your brains. You mustn't just be a pretty face without using your God-given brain. That is wisdom right there. So this is just an encouragement that if you are single and you still want to be married, don't go out there on your first date. Imagine, ladies, let's stop that. On your first date, you're already ordering expensive champagne, but when you're alone, you can't even afford that. You want to eat the most expensive plate that you can't even afford, and you even have the audacity. You don't even have a car, or you have a small car, and you say, "I want a man who drives an SUV. I want a man who drives a sports car. I want a man who lives in this address," while you are still staying at home, or when you're staying You are even sharing. So we mustn't have expectations of things that we ourselves cannot provide for ourselves. And it's in the Bible. It's in the Bible that we need to take learnings from, we need to take encouragement from, and we need to take wisdom from. So here's another wisdom for us as women, especially if you're single and you still want to marry, or you still want to settle down. Don't go around and chasing the men by you asking money on the first date. It is not good. It is not right. Learn from Ruth. Every woman, most women, they say, I want a Boaz, I want a Boaz. You want a Boaz? Just learn to just relax, take it easy, and let him lead you. You'll be so surprised what men are capable of doing. So stay blessed, and those who are still out there who want to be in relationships, look nice, dress up, and smell good. Go out. When brothers want to take you out, please say yes. And of course, I'm not saying date anyone, but do not say no when a brother wants to take you out and you start looking at what he drives or where he lives. Don't make that as your anchor or your foundation, or what you look at before you can say yes to your brother. God bless you, and may he make it possible for you to find your Boaz. Stay blessed.